I'm going to do some things. I've got a whole plan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm in.
Get on my plan.
All right, I'm into your plan.
Get into it.
Your group plan. Your multi-level marketing plan.
I'm a pyramid.
You're a
Upside
pyramid.
down.
Get up at the top. Okay, here we go.
I'm a funnel.
You're a funnel. It started. The show has started, and it begins in 3, 2, 1.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
This is the Boop Show for Wednesday, January 27th, 2021, with Scott and Brian. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Boop Show, or to it for the first time. I don't know. I don't want to presume. I'm Scott and he's Brian Dunaway. Hi, Brian Dunaway.
Oh, hi, Scott. I'm glad you added my last name in there just in case.
Yeah, you guys missed out at the top of the show. We talked about with the chat here. We talked about the how you're supposed to pronounce Cthulhu or
yes,
Cthulhu or whatever the hell people do.
Yeah, Takulu. I think I've heard say. I'm like, that's not even close.
Right. I don't even know if it's HP Inkjet. Is that how you say his name? HP Inkjet? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's Hup.
It's Hup Lovecraft.
Hup. Oh yeah, H.P. Lovecraft. That's right. But is it H. dot?
I don't know. I don't know. Now that you've said it, I don't actually know. HP.
I've seen it a million times. I've never paid enough attention.
Oh, it's H.P.
Okay, good. It
was short for Howard Phillips Lovecraft.
Hewlett. Right.
He was a dirty racist, but wrote some interesting books. So there's that.
Is he a dirty racist?
Oh, big time. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so that's a real broad term.
Yeah.
Racist.
Well,
he was all races or had specific race that he didn't care for?
Here's what he said. I'd like to read you
Why do I want to? Go ahead.
I'm going to read this to you. Race is the most controversial aspect of Lovecraft's legacy, expressed in many disparaging remarks against remarks against the various non-Anglo-Saxon races and cultures in his work. As he grew older, his original racial worldview became more about classism or elitism, which regarded the superior race to include all those self-ennobled through high culture. From the start, he did not hold all white people in uniform high regard, and it goes on and on and on. But
excellent. So he was a classist.
He didn't like the black folk. Wasn't really,
well, that's good though, because I've been. Well, it's not good.
It's good.
That sounded wrong. No, it's good because it answers a few questions I have about something that I've been wanting to watch, called Lovecraft Country.
Oh yeah, a huge part of that. A huge part of that is a smack at him, and same with the source material. Because on the one hand, they're kind of honoring the monstery, old god weird stuff. Well, yes, but no. Like his actual fiction is being celebrated while they also rip that dude a new hole. Right. It's an interesting combination. It's good. You should watch it.
I'm more interested in it now that I know that it's a dig at the creator. I'm actually more into that now.
You should watch it because this dude is a very flawed. You could say H.P. Lovecraft was a genius imagination with a very flawed worldview. And,
because I know I like the Goosebumps movie.
Yeah.
And so this has got to be just like that.
Oh, it's just like Goosebumps. It's like all the kids' shows. Yeah.
Right.
Don't worry. It's not Elder Gods and freaking Eldritch Horror or anything like that. You'll be fine. Everybody, calm down.
No, I was actually referring to the Jack Black playing R.L. Stein as a raging racist.
Well, of course you were.
Is that not?
Of course you were. I knew what you meant.
That's not how that went either.
No, that's not how that went either. But if what you're saying is that Jack Black is racist, then we're gonna have to work that out.
No, actually, Jack Black is really
a nice guy.
He's
a nice
back.
fellow.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to say. I don't want to know. You know what?
I follow him on TikTok, and that dude jumps in his pool in the tightest little Speedo you've ever seen. Jack Black does. Yeah.
I don't want any more of my heroes falling. I want them all to just remain.
What if they die having always been in the highest regard, like Cloris Leachman today?
Right.
Rest
Cloris
in peace.
Leachman. That broke my heart. I hate to see that. Recently, we lost Mr. Rogers' wife. She kind of passed away.
Yeah.
She was. She did a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you might not have seen.
Was she the puppet lady that lived in the tree?
Did she do any of the puppets? I don't remember doing any of the puppets. But
no, I mean,
that
was she
doesn't
the
mean
actual
wasn't.
puppet? Was she the puppet? He didn't marry a puppet, right? There was no puppet marrying. Okay,
Absolutely not.
all right. Oh wait, the male owl lived in the tree. Sorry, I got it confused.
The beautiful, just a beautiful lady. Is this
what
all
was
I
his
remember.
name? Owl or Owlie? Owl?
Most of it wasn't Owlie. That's a comic. But
oh yeah, he's great. I follow him on Twitter. He's awesome.
I love that. Oh, I love him. He's great. He's a big fan of the network too.
Yeah,
so.
he hangs out, listens to things and stuff.
Go check out Owlie. Boy, we're just hopping all over the place
We
today.
sure are. You know what I should be doing right now, but I'm not because we're doing the show. Yesterday I got delayed because of some stuff I don't have to get into, but it's my fault. Not my fault. It's my duty, and so my duty got in the way. And because sometimes you just have to do your duty, you have to push the show. So that's why it's tonight and on a Wednesday. But I wanted to make a comment about what? What was it? I've been playing the Hitman 3.
See, I'm super jealous.
Well, should play it. Should just play it.
Times.
Yeah. I mean, I'm playing it on my 3080 as well, so you should be extra jealous.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So Hitman 3.
That's where you went, because I think this was a question you had. You said, am I going to get it for the PC or the Xbox, right?
Yeah, I did.
Wasn't that the question? And you went with the PC, or did you get both?
I went with PC. The main reason I went with PC was I need a big AAA title to just sort of throw at this new card. And I don't know, for whatever reason, that's where I played all the Hitman games, so it made sense to me to play it there. I don't know. Plus, that's the other reason I own all the other games here. And the game has a way, even if you get it on Epic, it lets you export all your ownership data and or save data and unlocks from Steam or wherever else you had it. And that way you could so basically this is why it's so great. Hitman 3 lets you play with all your unlocks from the previous two games in the series. It's like the trilogy, plus all the maps and levels and stuff to do in those levels and all the challenges and everything. All that stuff is playable in the new game. So you can go play all three campaigns in this game. You can play all the individual assassination all the jobs and all that stuff. It's all in there, and it makes for a pretty hefty and I think value-packed package.
Are you still bald?
I'm still bald as a jaybird, and I still think it's funny that when I'm sneaking around houses or whatever, disguised as like the maid or whatever, that people don't notice
when you're pulling your Miss Doubtfire.
Yeah, they don't notice my UPC code back here. I'll never understand that. Yeah. But Agent 47 still killing it. It's very good, and this isn't really the show where we showcase these AAA games, but that's a hell of a thing.
Are you going to talk about it more on the core tomorrow?
Oh yeah,
night?
for sure.
Oh,
and when IOI, is that the
IOI? Yeah, that's right.
IOI makes it. It's not LOL.
That's right.
LOL.
No, it's IOI.
I0I or whatever.
Right.
Their next game is a series of James Bond games, and that sounds great because if they can bring some of this thinking to that universe, I'm super in. Oh yeah, it's IO Interactive. The other I is for interactive. Anyway, it's fan-freaking-tastic so far. I haven't had near enough time in it though because we've been having real busy times around here, but. That is what I will be playing mostly throughout the rest of this week. So more on that soon.
Don't forget the gaming show that Scott also does called The Core. It comes on Thursday nights currently at the same time, 3:30 Mountain, 5:30 Eastern, right? Is that no.
5? We go a little early, so 5. No, I'm sorry, later. So 5 later. Here, 7 Eastern. Right. So it starts later in the day. It's up on the schedule, but we talk about big AAA stuff there. Whereas Brian and I here kind of focus on the more indie games. And I just wanted to make a quick note because Clay Entertainment just got bought out by somebody.
I saw that.
Or not bought out. They got a huge investment from Tencent, which annoyed me.
Chinese.
I'm just annoyed by default when Tencent invests in other companies. I don't know why. They have a lot of money. I understand. I get it, but it annoys me.
Well, it's because they push a certain way, right?
Right. I mean, well, I don't know if they push a certain way. They come in and they invest, and then eventually, in some cases, they full on own Riot. For example, Riot was an American company. I don't know if it's just like xenophobic competition or don't really trust the Chinese because all those companies have to go through government stuff. Right. Like I don't know.
Absolutely, and it's somewhat influenced. The only thing that ever concerns me and this is not xenophobia or anything. I feel like China is experiencing kind of their own awakening culturally, and they're trying to push back, especially towards in the government area. In my feeling, and so they're very conservative. Something that pushing back our own views when we see like movies that were funded by Chinese companies. So I mean, I don't think that's not a bad thing. I just think it's a more conservative.
It's just a little controversial. Yeah, and also
yeah, it's absolutely controversial. I mean, some people could say you got to let it be free, and it's like, yeah, okay,
yeah,
we weren't always where we are with our attitudes in America.
What's his name in the chat here? Dwight Schrute says, don't do Epic.
Yeah,
they don't own Epic. They have a huge investment in Epic, but they don't own them. But that's my whole point. Is it seems like Activision Blizzard, 7 to 12% or whatever it is now, owned by Tencent. Tencent owns some portion of everything. And maybe that's what bugs me, is it's just like a little too big. And I'd feel that way if it was an American company. It's just too big. Like, I don't like that.
Lots of times when that kind of happens too, when something's that big. It's a multinational conglomerate apparently. But yeah, whenever something's that big, it's like they lay out some expectations, but they don't really lay out no guidance. And so companies may kind of just languish in the halls a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They own 40% of Epic, which is not a controlling share, but still a lot. That's a lot. So
it's a lot.
Anyway, whatever. The point is, Clay got some backing from them. It's not outright ownership, I don't think, but they got some investment. And it reminded me of my favorite 2015 game, which was, I have a few 2015 games that I love, but one of them is Invisible Ink. And I would call that an indie game because even though Clay Entertainment's gotten larger, it's still, they're still kind of an indie studio. Certainly their sensibilities
I still think of them as a
indie. Yeah, they're small. They do small stuff.
They're small stuff.
Anyway, they made a game called Invisible Ink that year that is, I can only describe as a procedurally generated spy game that plays out a lot like XCOM, but not like they've got their own ideas in it. It's also super customizable, so you can kind of create whatever game you want. Highly replayable. It's the 5-year-old game, 6-year-old now, almost 6, that I have no problem dusting off and playing any freaking time. It's a great game. It looks great. You could have said to people who don't know any better, hey, this was made this week. You'd believe them. Like, it just looks good, feels good, is good. And
plus, I wouldn't have any reason to think you're a liar.
Right. Why would they? Why?
Hey, this came out this week.
Hey,
Are
Brian,
you still looking at me?
You settled on a monitor, and I'm dying to know which one, because last week we kind of teased this a bit. So what'd you end up settling on?
Absolutely. So I've been kind of hanging out in the Samsung area of monitors because that's what was visually pleasing to me. I play a lot of RPG games, indie games. Games don't require a lot of really fast refresh. I like I like being fast, but I don't have to be fast. I prefer color over speed most of the times. And so I end up going with the Samsung G5. It's the Odyssey G5, not the top of the line, not at the bottom, right in the middle for about $350. It's a 32-inch TV. So yeah, it's and I got it, and I will tell you this. It's exactly what a $350 monitor is. I mean, it's no better and no worse.
4K
I'm not sitting here going, oh my God, this is the best monitor I've ever seen. I'm also not going, oh, this is crap. I feel like I paid the appropriate amount of money for what I'm looking at.
What resolution is this thing? We 4K?
It's half K, so it's 2K.
Okay, that's what I do as well. I prefer that. I prefer the,
I like the 2K when you're a monitor at 32. I mean, when you get larger, sure, you might want to go 4K, but I mean, at a 32 and a 27, I mean,
yeah, you can melt skulls with that resolution on current.
Yeah, you don't really need that much more. But I was so happy with it, and I wasn't so happy, but I was happy, and my family both came in and they agreed because I had an old knock around 32-inch Samsung Curve that was on my desk that I purchased from a liquidation process for like $150, and it wasn't that great.
Right.
And I had both of them on my desk. I took one of them away, and they got very upset. They're like, "Oh, it looks so much cooler when you had two." So now I've ordered a second. So Friday I'll have two 32-inch.
That's
monitors
nice. Your
on my
family's
desk.
like, dude, why don't you have two displays? And you said, well, because I don't. And they
Because
said,
they were
well, now
like,
you do.
they're like, your birthday's coming up. It's like, we'll pay for half of it. You pay for the half. I'm like, you know what? I can't argue with that.
Don't worry, we'll get this
Maybe
Patreon done
pay
soon,
for-
and then we can help augment your extra expenditure there. We'll figure out.
Yeah, why not 3? Says the Wraith in the chat room. Because I'm not insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So 1440p is a strong contender for the monitor to get these days.
Yeah,
or
144 hertz. I've noticed a difference. I was at just the 75 hertz.
Oh yeah, it makes a
on the
giant
other one,
difference
so
for
I
me.
mean,
Yeah.
it's good.
To me, anything over 120 hertz just feels right to my eyeballs, and in such a way that it's actually hard for me to go back to anything that isn't.
Absolutely, and you. Oddly, it feels like the times I notice the most is when I'm moving my windows around on my desktop.
Yeah. Yep.
I know that wasn't the intended purpose of why this is 144 hertz, but it sure is nice.
Here's what you could do.
I
got a plan for you. Here's what you do.
Yeah.
You get 3 of those monitors. You get one right in front.
Right.
You have the other 2 on the sides, and then you go over there to starcitizen.com and you buy yourself like a 5K ship, like 5,000 real dollars, and then you can be in space, man. That's what you can do.
Oh, see, I don't know if I'm so tempted to do that kind of thing, and I'm like, oh, Brian. But 6 months from now, I'll be like, I need that third monitor.
I'm never gonna ever buy a ship with real money from that company.
Right.
I will play their game when it finally comes out, like on a store where I can buy it and say, oh, I'm downloading this game for $60. If that ever happens, I'm in. I'm in on your game. Let's do it.
You can't help it. Probably monitors and TV prices have plummeted over the years. By the way, the G9. I want a G9 so bad I hate myself.
Oh, well,
have you seen those things? The Samsung G9s?
No, are they nice?
Oh my God, they're huge. Oh my God, they're the. Yeah, you got to see it. You got to see a Samsung G9 Odyssey G9 if you haven't seen one. It's basically like 3 monitors in one.
Let's see here. Oh, yeah, look at that thing.
It's
G9 gaming monitor, 240 hertz, 1000R curve, QLED, NVIDIA G-Sync and FreeSync, $1399.99. What's the width on this? 49 inches wide. That's huge. I mean, is it 21 by whatever? What's the ratio on this thing?
Yeah, it's that double whatever it is. I forget what it is. It's like having 2 4Ks next to each other or something. I mean, it's crazy. That's just too much.
You can save $200 if you get the 120 hertz version.
Oh, why didn't you say so? I'm sending everything back. Here I go. I'm ordering it now.
240 hertz is pretty tight, but I don't know if I'd see as big a difference. Maybe I would. But that's a beautiful screen. Wow.
Yeah. Looks so good.
Yeah, you're not going to buy that.
No, I'm not going to get that.
Because why
not
would
this
you?
week.
No, why would you? Ooh, look at that cool, like, Tron-looking thing in the back.
Yeah, it's got RGB that casts against the wall behind it, if you're against a wall. If not, you're in the middle of the room, and it's just casting at people coming in going, hey, what's going on?
All right, that's actually really a nice monitor. All right, well, speaking of really nice things, let's talk about some nice things, okay? First of all, we're going to talk about the game I played this week, and to do that, I have to play our theme. Well, that seems louder than usual, but hey, there it is. All right, the game I'm going to talk about today is Fort Triumph. And when I told Brian about this, he's like, what is that?
Yeah, I have 0 on my radar for Fort Triumph. I watched pretty well.
Triumph, like the Triumph the Insult comic dog, if you're wondering how that's spelled or how you say it. The video I'm showing right now is from somebody who had played it, and their settings were a little choppy, so I apologize for it looking a little choppy. It's smooth as can be on both my PC and my Mac, so I don't know why he was having such a hard time. But anyway, it'll give you the idea. But imagine if you would take these 2 games, all right? Take the game XCOM, all right?
Oh.
So turn-based, tactical sort of move your guy, take cover, take a shot, do your thing, whatever. Add into that a bunch of environmental stuff. So like if there's a tree in front of you, and you're a certain kind of character, you can kick that tree over and smash the creature behind you or behind the tree, kick a rock across the yard, that sort of stuff.
Am I supposed to be human in this game?
There's a bunch of stuff, humans and elves and dwarfs and all sorts of shit. And you make a whole team, and it's all set in a fantasy realm, and it's all a little goofy. The story's a little, it's goofy and very stylized, and it's like art style. I'd say it reminds me of, like, I don't know, Torchlight, I guess, or something. It's that style of art, which is totally fine. Not a problem. I don't need a super serious version of this, but the XCOM part of it is exactly what you think it is. It's a lot of, I'm going to move over here, so let's do that. Now let's confirm my movement. Now I'm going to use this spell because it's short range and I have a 50% chance of hitting, and it's all that stuff. That's one game that you play. The other game is kind of the overworld game. When you're not in a battle, you're out in this other place. Now, in XCOM, you'd be back at your base buying upgrades to certain technologies or whatever to take into battle with you. In this case, you do a little bit of that through your fort, hence the Fort Triumph. And the fort has upgrades like, oh, here's a hospital for people to heal faster, or here's a building that gives you more XP when you go out and fight certain things, or whatever. It's like all these little buildings you can build, and there's kind of a timer. And then you walk around the overworld and find treasures and start other fights, and some fights you can just auto win because you're OP and there's no point in going in there. You just take them out.
I like that.
And then others where you're equal to it, you just, you have to fight those. But that game plays like Heroes of Might and Magic, if you know that game, or that series of games. So the Might and Magic series will be, if anyone's played that part of this game will be very familiar to you. You do basically that. You have limited spaces that you can move, and then you have a day-night cycle, and then you go back to your fort and do upgrades. And then if you go into a dungeon or you have an encounter or whatever, you then come down into this more tactical sort of XCOM style battleground. And that plays out just like I explained it. It's XCOM, but fantasy. So, arrow guys with range and magic lady with an AoE effect and guys with swords or whatever. It's not easy, so don't let the kind of goofy style fool you. It's actually really hard, I think, on normal. There's an easy setting, so you can probably have a little easier time if you're newer to this genre. I have to say, though, the reason I'm even playing this, and I actually went and bought it, because a listener...
Money,
real money. No fake money.
Right, none of that fake money, baby.
I'm going to try to find his name. Oh, here he is. Philip sent this in. He says, I've also been in an XCOM mood lately. I found a turn-based tactical game that's very fun, and it's also very funny. Cool cartoon art style, and it's like Dungeons & Dragons type characters. It's called Fort Triumph, and you can find it on Steam. Love all the shows. So I downloaded it, and he's right. It totally is exactly what he said it was going to be, and it's scratching that itch in a way I didn't quite expect. It's the other reason I started playing or started dipping back into Invisible Ink, because there's some of that in there as well. And I'm just sort of in the mood for this right now. I just want more of these kinds of games. Tactical turn-based games are my jam. I love them. If you'd asked me in the 90s,
this one is so leaning into the XCOM
big time
gameplay from what I can see. So I dig that a lot, because I've played some other stuff like Northgard, Driftland, also fantasy-based real-time strategy games, and none of them quite interface like an XCOM game.
Yeah, I mean, I like for that. Me, I don't. If you'd asked me in the 90s, I'd say, oh, real time is all I want. Like, StarCraft and whatever. You ask me now, I don't want any real time. I want all turn based. I want to take frickin' turns. And I don't know if it's the D&D that I've been playing and it's just got me in the mood for that forever, or what the deal is, but I just can't get enough of it. And this totally scratches that itch. It's not going to be for everyone. If you'd like something with more, tech involved or whatever, then you're going to want to play XCOM. And there's plenty of games like XCOM out there that do that. Phoenix Point and I don't know, a bunch of others. What was that Eden one you and I played?
Oh yeah,
Road to Eden, or
yeah. It's like Road to Eden. It's like had Howard the Duck character.
Yeah,
like,
you were all like ducks and pigs and
something
stuff.
Like that.
Road to Eden,
Is that
something.
right?
Whatever it was, but it was a bunch of ducks because the
Eden Road. I can't remember.
The nuclear fallout had turned had mutated a bunch of people into pigs and ducks.
Mutant.
Yeah,
Year Zero.
That's
Road
it.
to Eden.
That's it.
That's it.
That was a cool game too. Yeah, very cool game.
I love that one.
So if by this description you know what I'm talking about, this is probably a game for you. If all this sounds new, maybe check it out. It's currently at $24.99 on Steam. Came out in April of last year. I had not heard about it until this person told me about it. It's got good reviews. People like it. Was made by Cookie Bite Entertainment. All In Games published it.
Cookie Bite.
And it's very rad. I mean, they even say, their own description says, a strategy game combining the turn-based combat of XCOM and the world exploration of Heroes of Might and Magic. Build towns, collect artifacts, improve your heroes, and influence your tactical surroundings using physics.
Oh, with physics?
Yeah, like the tree and the rocks and stuff. It's very cool.
The physics.
So anyway, now, go check it out.
Yeah. Follow that up with Dwight Schrute rightly pointed out today, the game I've been talking about for about a month now, King Arthur Knight's Tale, released today. It's a tactical RPG.
Wait, that's out now? Shut up.
It
Shut up.
Came out today, I believe.
I've been looking for that game.
Yeah.
Shut
$35 bucks right now on Steam. Definitely going to pick this up this week. I'm probably going to do a longer review on this one. I'm probably going to play it for a few weeks before I talk about it because I feel like I'm probably going to get pretty deep into it.
What's it called again? Tell me again.
King Arthur Knight's Tale. Knight with a K, like you're a knight.
King
is currently getting very positive reviews. Like I said, just came out. It just came out the 26th, so it actually came out yesterday. I knew it came out.
It's usually Tuesdays. Is your big day.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, dude. This has been on my list. Oh, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
On my wish list.
I'm going to have to get this.
Yep.
Oh, and look at everybody talking about it. They love the visuals. The animation's great. Stuff. Opening cinematic. Okay, early access, but
still.
Oh, feels like XCOM with some Diablo elements. I'm in.
Ooh, I'm in. Too bad this is multiplayer. It's single player. Too bad there wasn't some kind of component.
Okay, it says this: XCOM plus Mutant Year Zero plus Darkest Dungeons equals King Arthur's Knight's Tale. That's an interesting thing. All right, I'm just buying this. This is like sight unseen. I'm going to get it.
You got it.
It looks so cool.
You'd be a fool not to.
This will play great on my 3080.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
Well, don't worry about it. Okay. Anyway, so go check it out.
Me and my 1660 Ti. Come on. Trying to push two 32-inch monitors with that thing.
Yeah, it's no good.
It's a shame.
It's no good. It truly is a shame. Fort Triumph available now. PC, Mac, Steam. Maybe on other stuff by now, actually. I don't know. Maybe on Switch. Let's see. I can tell you real fast. Yep, it's on Switch as well. And Xbox One and PS4. Apparently this game is everywhere. It's to be... Okay, it's not on those yet, but it's coming to every console right now, PC only. And is on Steam on both Mac and PC. All right, Brian, now let us shift the camera over to what you're calling Skull, the Hero Slayer.
I'm not only calling it that, that's what the developer and publisher calls it. The Skull, the Hero Slayer. Don't get it confused with what I played last week. Last week I played another Skull game. It was called Skull Boy. Was that it? No, Skull Attack.
Junior
Skull Boy Refractored was what I played last week. This week I'm playing as a skeleton again, except this time I'm the smallest skeleton soldier in the Demon King's employ. The humans have finally done it. They have rose up against the Demon King, and they have ransacked the castle and taken my Demon King. And I, being the smallest skeleton soldier, am the only one still standing at 2 feet tall. I love this game so much. It is a side-scrolling roguelite 2D pixel graphics platformer. So there's a lot of die, don't want to die, starting over. Don't take anything with you. Upgrade your traits. Eventually unlock some characters along the way as you go through the forest and then to the Imperial Castle where the Dark King is being held.
What does it? How does it set itself apart from, say, something like Rogue Legacy or something? What does it?
Rogue Legacy, has it really set itself apart from Rogue Legacy? I didn't play a lot of Rogue Legacy, so I'm gonna say it sets itself apart very well for me.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right. So everything, there's not randomly generated areas that you go into, but you go from stage to stage. You get to those stages by entering into these arches, and those arches are indicated as either armor or gold loot. So if you come up to an area and you'll look at it and go, oh, okay, this is gonna the loot once I finish this stage is gonna be monetary, which I can use to spend for upgrades later, or it's gonna be another skull I can swap out because that's what skulls do. You swap out your skull and you get new power, right?
Yep. Yep.
All right, so okay, so where this game really shines is just this. You get all these different great skulls that are based on popular culture things. Like there's one, this Kratos, and I'm like, what? They got Kratos in here.
What? Wait, you mean actual Kratos
like,
or just the god of war in the Greek mythology?
It's actually like Kratos. So this whole game, the characters look very chibi. They like pop vinyl kind of chibi looking games. One of the characters one of the skulls you get unlocks you abilities that make you look like Groot. By the way, you may be asking yourself if you're watching the video, I thought you said you were fighting humans. I am fighting humans, but first I've also got to fight a bunch of tree ents.
There's an episode of MASH where they're trying to disarm a bomb, and Henry says, "Cut the green wire." And so Pierce cuts the green wire, and then he says, "But before that, cut the red wire." And that's what it sounded like you just said. It was like, I'm fighting humans, but before I do that, and now
before I do that, so yeah, because I kind of opened up and telling you about the game, and I got sidetracked. Yeah, you're actually, you're going against the humans because they're the ones who causing this problem. But they've got their own mysterious dark powers where their mages have enchanted the ents of the forest, and you're fighting trees that are a little bit annoyed at you. Not really bad guys or good guys, because all that's flipped upside down here. So you're thinking, okay, so I'm the bad guy because I'm trying to save the Demon King? No, you're the good guy because humans suck.
Humans do suck, man. Freaking humans suck. Human a-hole suckage buttholes.
These stupid humans want to kill all the demons and remove them and eradicate them from the world that they're in, and they've done this by getting the Ent King. Everything has a king, by the way, in this game, and I dig that.
Yeah.
And so the Ent King is all upset, and he's being controlled, and he's like sending the Ents out, and they're all attacking you, and you're attacking them back. It's a lot of fun, though.
It looks like the combat is meaty and chunky, which I'm a fan of that.
Right. You would think that you might think, oh look, you're slicing a lot of things and hitting a lot of things, and it looks like it'd be really repetitive. This is where this game really shines to me. It won't be repetitive because you have a whole slew of characters that you can choose from, and those are chosen from almost like cards. So you'll get, like, if you loot an area, you may get a skull that is a common or rare or unique or legendary, and this all shapes how your run will be. So in roguelikes, I don't really think of progression as my primary thing that I'm doing. I usually think, because progression is so slow in these types of games, I usually think about, oh, how'd that run go? That run went well. I happened and lucked upon a lot of things that I wanted that time around.
Right.
And so that's how I keep from getting frustrated.
I understand. I think it looks rad. I have this game.
You have this game?
Yeah.
Why are you not playing this game?
They sent me a code, and I haven't played it yet, and I should play it.
Skull the Hero Slayer is on sale right now on Steam for $15.99. It takes about 9 hours to beat if you're, I don't know, a competent player. I'm not. And you don't really ever beat it as much. Yeah, I guess you kind of do beat it, but I feel like this game has a good bit of playability. Even if you run all the way through, it's almost like, I kind of want to compare it to like playing cards. Because each stage is dealt to you like a deck of cards. It goes, oh, okay, well, this not all randomly generated, but here's this stage. You've played it before, but you weren't expecting to get it right up front, but here it is. And you got to figure that out.
Sure.
And then your characters come along, and you got, you get the random choice of whatever you got.
Yeah.
Whether you get a rare or whatever.
Yeah.
And each run is satisfactory in itself, or I just go, that sucked. Just like if you were playing cards and you only got like
you get
two
a bad
of a kind.
hand.
Like, well, that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deal me another hand.
Ooh, this is nice. I just looked up. I was curious what everybody else was saying about this game, and reviews are very good. Like,
oh yes, it is. It has been very well reviewed. It's doing really well on Twitch. If you, this has been some of the highest views I've had on a play, and I think the reason why is because of this common, rare, unique, and legendary. Because you're trying to figure out what else is out there because you may not know and you don't know how they play until you get in there. And each one of these characters, when you do get these skulls, there's different combinations that you'll need to do. So you have to learn each character as you go along. It's like, oh, well, this character, he dashes really fast.
Yeah.
And this character, he can, he hits really quick. This guy's got a range. This one's, fights everything up close. This guy
Rogue
uses more
Legacy's got
magic.
a bit of that multi-class thing in Rogue Legacy and 2,
Yes.
of course. But Rogue Legacy 2, as much as I was excited about because I played the first one like crazy, just feels like more Rogue Legacy to me. And so I've been on the hunt for something kind of lo-fi like this that scratches that itch. This looks like it might be it. So
Oh yeah,
I'm a def play it.
I had fun with it. I played. I probably put in about 6 hours this week, so I think that's
good.
pretty decent. Maybe more than that actually, because I recorded this game footage. So make it 7 hours. This is me playing. If you didn't know,
Make it
by the
7.
way.
I say make it 7.
Make it 7 hours. Like I said, 9-hour game, but that's kind of questionable. I think you can have a little bit of replayability in this game. Just came out. It came out this week. The 1.0 release came out on 21st. January 21st, 2021. It's been out in early access since February of 2020, but there's a lot of new additional characters and content. As a matter of fact, if you go back and read some of the old tutorials, they don't really apply as much because of the different characters and the
different
changes
balancing
they've made.
and stuff. Developer Southpaw Games. Publisher is Keanu Reeves Urine.
NeoWiz.
Oh, NeoWiz. I'm sorry.
NeoWiz.
Not Keanu
Correct.
Reeves Urine.
Hey, and I really enjoyed the music, and we have a couple of audio clips if you'd like to play them. But I really enjoyed.
Sorry, I'm laughing about my horrible joke about Neo P. Here, I'll play a sound. I got sound.
Did you bend the spoon?
Oh, I forgot to play you mine. Here's one sound I got out of Triumph, Fort Triumph.
All right.
That's it, because that's the whole game. You just stabbing guys and making noise.
Just stabbing stuff.
Here's yours. This is one of the clips. I like the music. Yeah, I'm completely convinced on this. I'm just going to play this game.
Yeah. Boss battles, plenty.
Yeah.
And it is such a different run. I mean, if you come in with your basic character that you slowly upgraded over time with the little traits. By the way, every time you die, this is a running tally. The bad guys gain a little bit of experience. So there's always a sliding scale in this game. You think you've got it, and you're like, I got it. Nope.
Well, that's what I want. Keep me on my toes, baby. That's what I say. That's what I say. All right. So again, that game is Skull the Hero Slayer. My game was Fort Triumph. These will be in the notes that we put up on the site at frogpants.com/BOOP.
Oh,
so go check that out.
Did you see what Bombats did?
No.
He plugged into some of the FilmSack Mojo and made a notes dumper for the games.
What?
For the games, because people keep asking us, what games did you play? What games did you play?
Hold on,
so
where's
if you
this?
look at the Discord server, we have the Discord server.
Yeah.
The Frog Pants Discord server. There is a channel in there for the Boop Show.
Yeah.
And our good friend.
What do we do? Wait.
Hey, let me see where I get the link here somewhere.
Okay, I'm in there now.
Oh, he's in here. He's in there now. There you go. So he just posted it.
Where is it?
In the chat room.
Oh, in the chat. All right, I'm gonna look at it real quick. Oh, quicksack.ly/boop. Are you kidding? I already think he's a genius. Now I'm gonna really think it. What? Look at this. So this would be easy way to search for games that we've played.
Right.
Oh,
you can
I
filter right there at the top.
Should have to do this for every RSS feed.
Let's see how many times Scott mentioned Shipbreaker.
Oh, yes. Shipbreaker a lot, dude. Actually, I can find out. Breaker.
Yeah.
Three episodes. Originally,
3 episodes.
252 in July is when I first got it. Back 269 in December. Brought it up again for our boopies. And then 273, which was just last week. I brought it up again because I'm playing it again. And they just put out a hint for a new update they're doing. I guess they're revamping the what do you call the area where you're tearing your ship apart? It's like the bay.
Oh,
the big
Botany
space,
Bay.
whatever it is, the big space up there where you're taking the ship apart and throwing stuff away and whatever. They say some big revamp of that is coming, which is interesting because I already like it up there, but I'm happy to see what they do. I love those guys.
Right.
So that'll probably be in today's notes as well. We'll see.
By the way, I meant to mention, because when you said it and I didn't follow up with it,
Yeah.
I also received Skull the Hero Slayer through a generous donation of keymailer.co, who sent me the game code
that's
for
very
review.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I always want to make sure that I tell you that.
Well,
in case
technically,
you
it
wanted
was
to-
the devs gave it to you because they're the ones that have to give them out. They just use them as a
right.
conduit.
Yeah,
So-
the developer. Well, it sometimes can vary. It's not always the developer who gives it to you, but whoever is their marketing person, sometimes it is the developer.
Yeah, it depends,
from-
but it's almost always. I guess what I'm saying is
Usually.
Keymailer is like the broker. They don't.
Yeah,
They
and I
don't get
appreciate
actual
the
codes.
broker doing the connecting.
Thank you for
because
breaking.
I did it. I used to do it the old-fashioned way, and the old-fashioned way sucked.
Yep. I'll tell you what. When I was about 19, I couldn't have been broker.
Right.
All right, moving on. We're gonna do guess our game now, and I can't do it without playing a little thing first. So that's gonna happen right now.
It's a me, Mario.
We guess each other's games by playing a sound file from each other's games, and we try to guess what they are. Now, these are not the games we just talked about. These are games that are old often. Sometimes they're not that old. In fact, mine's not that old. In fact, let's call ours 11 to 12 years old.
Mine's 20 years old.
So yours is even older. So we try to pull them from all kinds of eras, and then we try to guess what they are. So I'm going to play my clip. Brian, you see if you can guess what this is. The hint is 2009, and it showed up everywhere eventually. Started one place, but ended up everywhere. 2009. Ready? Here goes. Any guesses yet?
I don't know, but good start.
It's immediately recognizable to me for the music
The
alone.
coin. Okay, really? I thought the coin collecting was more recognizable.
No, for me, it's that music, dude. I love the music in this game. I don't know how he arranged it, and that's another hint. It was one developer, one dude. What
What year was this again?
This was 2009.
2009.
And the other thing I'll say about it is
This is like oh my gosh. It eventually ended up everywhere. It was oh my gosh, it's that isometric top down. It's Braid.
it's not isometric or top down, but yes, it is Braid.
Is it? Oh no, wait. I'm thinking about the other thing.
It is
that
Braid.
not
though.
Braid?
You're right about Braid. Braid is
No, wait, isometric is wait.
It's a side view kind of platformy view, like Mario view.
What am I thinking of then?
I don't know. I have no idea. But it is Braid.
Why
and
am I,
someone
why
in
am
the-
I have my eyes shut right now,
Who said
and
it in
I'm
the chat
seeing it in
first?
my head.
The Wraith got
and
it in
I
the chat
swear,
first.
over
Well done.
top, he's like on the top of a like a square thing, and it's that terrible looking artwork. It's almost like that clay work later on, or what? How do you say clay? You say clay, right?
Terrible looking artwork. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it really is. I mean, it's kind of
Are you do you mean the Braid artwork or this other thing you're thinking of?
the Braid artwork.
It's fine.
take a look.
Braid's a
Why
lovely
am
game.
wait a second. Let me take a look.
You thinking of Bastion? You're thinking of Bastion. That
I
is
am. I'm
isometric.
conflating Braid and Bastion.
Yep, you are. Bastion also a
Holy
classic.
smokes.
Yep. A few years later though for Bastion.
No,
they're-
but I can hear the music in one, but I'm seeing the other in my head.
Well, and in Bastion, it would be that guy
What
talking all
the-
the time, going, "The kid was walking up the thing and then put his finger in the hole," or whatever he does.
How easily is my mind manipulated?
I know our
That
brains are shit. Dude.
two words that kind of have a start and kind of they're not even close.
Here's my brain right now going. It's a big dumb gray all the time. That's our brain. How I get out a coherent sentence any part of the day, I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm
This
doing
is so weird because I'm looking at the Bastion character, and I'm looking at the backgrounds, and I'm looking at Braid's character,
it. Yeah,
and they're not
they're not even
anything
close.
alike.
No.
But I was seeing it in my head.
Yeah,
No, that's not right.
I feel
That's
you.
Weird.
I feel you. But
That's
that music.
I'm having a stroke.
It was great. Jonathan Blow, by the way, is the guy that made it. He went on to make a ton of money on that game. It premiered on Xbox Live Arcade that year and kind of, in a way, solidified Xbox Live Arcade as a legit thing on the 360. But it ended up everywhere. You can still get it everywhere. And he went on to make that puzzle thing. What was it called? A couple years ago. Oh, geez. Jonathan Blow.
I think that's what I was thinking about. Was it Fez? Did he do Fez?
No, different dude.
Oh, my God.
Different single guy.
And that's the isometric game, too, right?
Here it is. No, that one's 2D side scrolling thing.
Oh, my God.
Here he is.
I'm having a stroke, Scott. Right here there.
Jonathan Blow's like our age. He went to, let's see, where's the game? The Witness is what I'm thinking of. The Witness.
Oh, my God. I'm confusing Fez in that other game. I'm seriously worried about my mental health, Scott.
Peter Penis and his Happy Day.
No, what's the name? Is a mobile game.
You're not talking about Fez. You're not talking about...
I'm not talking about Fez.
Well, I mean, all those games are on mobile now. Everything we've talked about.
Right.
I don't know.
Had like the totems in it.
The phone game that was a kind of a 3D looking puzzly.
Yeah.
Won a bunch of awards that year.
And you turn it around and it would do different things.
Right. That was called bunchofstuffhappening.com. I have no idea. I don't remember. But I know what you're talking about, and you are also confusing that game with those other games.
Oh, my God.
Not the rooms,
I am
not
seriously worried about my mental health.
Temple Run.
Temple Run.
Chat room, come on now. Temple Run.
God.
That made me laugh. All right.
That was good.
Okay, well done. That was fun.
Monument Valley. Monument Valley game.
Valley, that's it.
How is that anything like Fez? And
It's
why
not.
are those two things occupying the same area in my brain?
I don't know. You probably also think a parrot is a kitten or something weird like that. You got some kind of...
All right, well, I got a game that we won't get confused at all.
All right, I'm going to play this.
I mean, it's just straight up.
Okay, do you have a
20
year?
years ago.
20? Oh, jeez. All right.
2001 started a bit of a franchise, but not much of one. I mean, don't get too excited about it, but
Nothing
it did
huge.
okay.
All right, let's find out. Yeah, chat room thinks it's your hat that's affecting your brain.
Maybe it is. I'm sweating.
Yeah. All right, here's your clip.
Ready? Go!
Platform? What's this on?
Absolutely. I believe this came out originally, I think it came out for the Sega Dreamcast. No, I think it's
Dreamcast?
the Sega Dreamcast. Let me make sure. Let me make sure.
Oh. I know what it is then.
Maybe not.
Choo Choo Rocket. Choo Choo Rocket.
No. I think I got that wrong. It was a Sega game, though, right? Oh, yeah, published by Sega. This must have been after... Yeah, 2001. That makes sense.
It sounds like Choo Choo Rocket.
No, it was. It came out on the arcade, the GameCube. I think that's where I played. I played the crap out of it on the GameCube. That's where I played it at.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. By the way, have you heard the Choo Choo Rocket theme song in a while?
I have not, but I'd be afraid to because I'm sure I'd probably confuse it for something else.
Here, let me play this. Here's the Choo Choo Rocket theme. Whoops. Yeah, dude.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good
Chat
stuff.
room's got it, by the way.
What is it?
The game.
Oh, Super freaking Monkey Ball.
Super freaking Monkey Balls.
I played Super Monkey Ball like crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Played on the GameCube
crazy.
like nuts.
How did I miss that? All right, Choo Choo Rocket commercial.
Because you
song.
got it confused with Choo Choo Rocket.
Okay, here's the one I'm thinking of. Listen to this.
ロケットネズミを助けろチューチューロケット猫は怖いチューチューロケットすごいズババババー
ガバタクションバズるチューチューロケット2800円安い
Dreamcast!
The crap was that? I've never heard of that.
Oh,
Please
Brian,
don't
you're
pollute
missing
my
out.
brain with anything else.
You're missing out. It's one of my favorite things in game history is the Choo Choo Rocket Japanese commercial. I'm going to put it in our Discord so that you can have it forever.
I have never even heard of that.
Oh, it's so good. There you go. Treasure that, okay? Treasure it.
What crap is this?
It's so good. All right. Yeah, kind of a pre-YouTube sensation, that video. It was like one of those, it's like Star Wars Kid and...
Yeah, 2006 is when they posted this video on YouTube. Good Lord.
It was a long time ago.
My spoon is too big.
Yeah, it's that era.
Yeah.
All right. Well done, everyone, which is just me and you. No one else did that. That was us. We've done it. We've moved on, and we're doing this now. All right, time for us to read this email. This is from a listener, Brian from Denver.
Yeah, this actually came through my email. I meant to tell you that. And
I saw it. I assume so, but yeah. It's not our Brian, though. Different Brian, not the Denver we're thinking of.
Yeah, different. No, yes, not far as I know. Right. Different. Yeah, I didn't have a good answer, so I was hoping maybe you could...
I might have one. He says, I'm looking for a game recommendation. Since you guys play a lot of indie titles, this may ring some bells. I really like the old Ultima 4. Yeah, way back. Yeah, Ultima 4 was good. And wanted to know if any indie developers made a modern interpretation of that. I'm not thinking of a platformer, roguelike, or base building maintenance type game. I'm looking for one with good world building, story, quests, etc., but with the simpler graphics approach that modern indies often use. Thanks, Brian from Denver. Well, yeah, I mean, there are actually countless games that are a lot like the old Ultima games and done in this style. That RPG Maker is famous for being a tool people use to, like, make a lot of these sorts of things. I'm not saying that's where you're going to find it, but, it's not like there's any shortage of these. The question is, are there good ones? Are there any that, like, really stand out and make me go, oh, yeah, baby, you got to play that? And unfortunately, I can't think of anything that's very Ultima-like, but also stays in that kind of lo-fi range that you're looking for, kind of graphically and sound and stuff. So I say we open this up to the community and say, please send in your recommendations. Some people in the chat right now are saying things like, Quest for the Abbot. Yeah, you're right about 4. And no direct recommendations yet, but let's put it out there and get some feedback, because I would love to know of anybody who's got something that's in the vein of those Ultima games, in particular 4. And 4 is not Underworld. 4 is still in that, like... Why is Skype launching? Hold on a second. I did not
Because
click.
you mentioned Ultima 4.
I did not click
Quest of
Skype.
the Avatar.
Skype... I'm going to uninstall that piece of crap. It just ran on its own.
Oh, what good would that do, Scott? If you uninstall it, just come back.
Hate it. Anyway,
I didn't play Ultima 4 very much. I dabbled for a minute, so I was trying to really. I started thinking some things, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. I'm like, I didn't get that deep into it. So,
well, let me ask you this, or not you, but this guy, and he can't answer, so I'll just ask the ether here. Brian from Denver, how do you feel about turn-based combat? Because if you like that, then I may have the perfect recommendation of games to recommend. And they are the Spider... No, why didn't I write this down?
Spider...
Hold on. Spiderweb Software Incorporated. That's it. All right. These guys make a bunch of games. The most recent two are Queen's Wish, The Conqueror is the subtitle of that, and the other one is called Avernum 3 Ruined World. So these are very lo-fi.
Yeah.
Very much look like they were made then, but these are new games, and they have a whole bunch of these. Like, these are just the two most recent. They have some that I've been playing for 10 years or whatever. No DRM. You can just get them on their site, or you can buy them on Steam and other stuff like that. But these are the games you're looking for. Now, the difference is, I think the way 4 worked and a lot of the Ultima stuff was combat and things were real time in that game, I think. This is turn-based combat. So you'll run around like you do in Ultima, and you do have a party, so kind of D&D style, but you all roll around together. But then when a fight starts, everybody stops, holds still, and then you start making your moves. If that puts you off, it may not be for you, but everything else you've described, these games do. So I would check those out. You can find them at spiderwebsoftware.com, or like I said, you can just search for like Queen's Wish or Avernum 3 or Avernum 1 or 2 even on on Steam or, wherever.
Last time Scott talked about a Vernum was Boop Show 245 and also Boop 239.
Damn straight. Yeah, I have talked about those, haven't I?
You have, yeah.
All right. So
I
go check
immediately when
those
I saw it, I
out.
was like, oh, I've seen this.
Brian from Denver, we hope that helps you. And if anyone else has any suggestions, send those in. That email address is boopshow@gmail.com. Boopshow@gmail.com. All right, next week, I don't know what I'm playing, but you think you might. What are you playing?
I think I'm going to play the point-and-click adventure game Encodia. Is a future punk kind of story where each kid that is born is issued a helper bot, and it's like I said, it's a point-and-click adventure. We gotta get our way through Cyberpunk Town.
Nice.
The art's great. It's been described as Studio Ghibli esque. Right, in his art style. I checked out for a couple of minutes, and I think I'm going to enjoy it.
Look at that. Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
The art style is very attractive. The gameplay is where the questions are going to be. I just got off playing a really intense roguelike. I got to see how I'm going to navigate into a point and click.
Yeah, point and clicks they're going to throw you a little bit, or they can. But
yeah.
This looks really cool. I'm impressed.
It looked amazing. I also received the game code for this. So
yeah, look at you with your full disclosure. It's awesome.
Yeah, but they're working on that. I've been trying to be more appealing to the developers.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Then you get more free game codes. I get you.
That's right.
I feel you. Well, there you go. So
use.
Watch for that. Brian will be playing that. I don't know what I'm playing yet, but it'll be something. I can promise you that. Boopshow@gmail.com is our email address. Frogpants.com/BOOP is our web address. You're welcome to go there anytime and check out all the stuff that's over there. You can follow us on our Twitch channels. I'm at Frogpants. Brian is at Brian Dunaway. And, of course, this show can be found on Twitter at Boopshow. Find me at Scott Johnson and you at the Brian Dunaway. That's going to do it, Brian. I think that's it. Do you have anything you'd like to add before we go? No, nothing.
What's that?
Oh,
you didn't see my hat going nuts?
Do it again. Oh, look at that! People at home with only audio. Brian just did a funny thing with his hat.
Yeah, and you'll probably hear a lot of clicking, click, 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 click,
yeah,
click.
There's a lot of clicking going on. Anyway, you guys are great. We're going to be back next week. Will you? Time will tell. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
I don't like Steam. I love Steam.
You know, I'm going to start doing this.
Sound like, oh, hi, this is Brian. Something obviously is.
Isn't that weird? That was super weird. It was like you
Go
were
on
on
with Discord.
It was like
just